Am I the a-hole for uninviting my best friend to my wedding? My best friend 25M, we will call James, and I knew each other since high school but only became friends afterwards. I 25F got a boyfriend 26M, we will call Alex, last year. James started making weird remarks such as,
"Don't you think Alex looks like me?"
when they look nothing alike. The only similarities they have are race and glasses. Alex and I got engaged a couple months ago and James was butthurt that he wasn't part of it. He asked me, "What's wrong with you?" and put his fingers to his head. He has been very passive-aggressive towards my now fiancé Alex. We both have talked to James about his actions and trying to address them, but all he would say is, "I don't have a problem with Alex," in a very annoyed and exasperated tone. When my fiancé reached out to be friends with him, each time James arrived late or canceled at the last minute. When Alex and I were planning on moving in together, James was originally supposed to move in with us to help mitigate the cost of rent. Alex and I both had time constraints about when our leases were up, and instead of helping, James always flacked whenever we made appointments to see apartments, or would schedule it deliberately during times Alex had to work. At that point, James didn't have a job yet, since he just moved back to town. After we signed a rental lease without him, he made passive-aggressive comments about us moving in without him, such as,
"Oh, I guess you just want the two of you."
Another time he was upset was when Alex and I went on a date together, claiming he had a panic attack because he wasn't invited. I had to explain that I wasn't going to invite him on my dates and that he's not a part of my romantic relationship. Now he's complaining that we didn't give him sympathy over something he could have removed himself from and shouldn't have been a part of to begin with. I offered my help and he didn't want it, saying all he wanted was us to give his sympathy, even if it's false sympathy, which I do not support. You either want my help or you don't, but you're not gonna demand my attention. Alex and I are getting married next year, and James will not be invited for the disrespect he has directed to Alex and for trying to insert himself into my relationship. In other conversations I've had with him recently, James is still under the impression that because of our history as friends, that he's still invited to the wedding. So am I the a-hole here?
Here are the top comments.
I know it will be tempting for people to say that this guy is in love with you, but he is not. He thinks he owns you. He might also think he's in love with you, but it doesn't matter. He does not respect your autonomy as a person, let alone your relationship with someone else. He's making himself your worst friend instead of your best friend, and you are absolutely right to distance yourself. It has nothing to do with Alex, and everything to do with him not respecting you regardless of your history. Not the a-hole. He's not your friend.
Not the a-hole. James sees you as more than a friend. Ripping off the band-aid and moving on with your life without him is what you need to do. You do not need a third person causing drama in your marriage. Be very clear with him that you are no longer interested in maintaining the relationship.